I don't want to go to a party with a comfortable, very extremely comfortable clothes look, and there looks like I'm on my gym clothes. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes the clothes that are the the comfortable ones are not the prettiest ones. So this one here, for example, we put the pockets on the side. So my name is Samanta without TH, Samanta Bullock. So if you want to see a few of these pieces that I'm showing here, we have all in our website. So it's samantabullock.com. I'm just saying because it's Brazilian, so we don't have TH in Brazil. We have the side pockets that is on the leg. This is so nice, and it's comfortable to be at home at this time of quarantine. Just amazing. Now a few countries are getting colder, like in Brazil, for example, it's chilly there. So we have this poncho one that's made from Knitrose, and is a poncho, and as you see it, you have this big pocket on the front. So this one here, I just posted a picture, I think 2 or 3 days ago on the Instagram, so you can see the girl in wheelchair. You can see how that fits. Now it's going to be, but it's just simple thing to put in your head, and it's knitted, and you can put your telephone, use as a very easy thing to put to work as a bag, as this front pocket here. We should do that one that we change the clothes very quick. I'm going to show you one more. This one here is from Rua Luja. So different brands work with different types or different ways, the way they approach sustainability. So Rua Luja, for example, she used rescued fabric. So the dresses we make, sometimes we have only fabric to make 5. So this one here, we have a zipper on the front, as you can see here. I don't know if you can see very well, but it's So this is the aim of the shop, is to make the adaptations in such a beautiful way that you are not going to understand that is a adaptation. So this is going to become universal, it's going to become for everyone. And another day, we realized that when we find solutions, because I mean, the shop is actually finding solutions, we cater for everyone. For example, this front, the open closure bra that I said early on. For example, if you are a mom and you are feeding, it's just so easy to remove breastfeeding your baby, just to remove, So we think like, why the bra must opens on the back? It doesn't have sense. It's just like it's harder, but it's not harder because you're disabled. It's just like it's finding solutions for everyone to use. And from Rua Luja, the last collection, we made a dress that the zipper was in the shoulders, and I went for a very important dinner another day here in London with someone from a big company, like Gucci, and there, on the way back, we got in the same taxi. So I dropped her in her home first, and then I kept coming home. And then when we were in the taxi, she said like, "Sam, can you please open my dress?" Because she lives on her own, and once she was inside of her house, it's just hard to open it. And so I opened her dress, and I showed the jacket as she lived on her own. And then I mentioned to her, if you had one of our dresses, you'd be, So it's the things that is finding solutions, actually. And and the ways to make these things getting more people, so you can have a bigger production instead of just do 10 pieces, or like this, you can just have a little bit more stock, and the way you can put the price low, because as you know, when you make sustainable clothes, the price actually is something that's sustainable, but it's not sustainable because you can't make whatever one. Yeah. So I think this is, I mean, I have one more dress here that is a just this kind of a blouse. It's made from silk. It's from Peter Twiss. So he works with silk. So the silk is not stretchy, you know, but we try to make as loose and soft as you can, so have that nice feeling when you touch the skin, and it's very summery, and I just love this. And if I have time, I might show one more. This one here is from the Ocean. So they have bikinis, and all the bikinis are biodegradable. That's the same. And as you can see, it's very. What I like about this is it's bigger than the bum. Because when you are sitting, what you don't want something very straight that is needs to be something that actually comes and embrace your bottom as wheelchair user, you know. And this one you even can tie it here in the front. And all the material is biodegradable. Yeah. You can see a lot more on the site. We have a lot of pictures on Instagram. One of the things that we focus is to have a representation for bottom to top. So we have all types of models, but we focus not. I don't think inclusion is. I'm a wheelchair user myself. I mean, inclusion is not something that you only have the models. We, you know, as a brand. We have the journalists on our platform, people that edit it, like we try to have a range as a brand and understand that inclusion is not only a face. You need to actually act and also employ or work with people, give the same chance for people with disability. And yeah, I'm going to give to you, girls. Nancy, it's yours now.
Thank you. Before I start, Angela, did you want to offer any tips on what Samanta showed, or do you want me to go ahead and then you share?
Yeah, we can do like this. You go on, you show your collection, and then I'll go with my lesson.
Okay, great. So I'm going to grab one of our shirt dresses. I'm showing you the lavender one, which this is so cute. The buttons are down the front, just as the blouses and shirts. On the cuffs, this is 100% cotton, so it's super soft. You can wear it all year, just style it differently. And, you know, that's what I'm really trying to do as well, is focus on seasonless. So at the moment, that's the plan, seasonless. So super cute. It comes with a belt that matches. The lavender has pockets. We all want pockets, right? What woman doesn't want a pocket in everything? Or a man. And we made the length a little bit longer because we were thinking of our friends who are wheelchair users. So after much discussion with many people, you know, realizing that for a dress, you want a little more material in the back for that coverage. And if someone wants to go a little shorter, go for it, whether you're a wheelchair user or not. So you have the option. So you can always take away, but you can't put it back, right? So the shirt dress, again, comes in lilac/lavender, whatever word you like. Also in the black, the same material as our blouse, which is 100% polyester, and they mention that because it has UV protection and moisture wicking properties. So all of our blouses have UV protection and moisture wicking properties, except the white with the red dot. So I think you all know. Yes, there you go. Thank you, Samantha. Love it. Love it. So we want big and bold. That's what we're doing here. It's about style, expressing yourself. And I mention that quite frequently. It's about style. So what we want with our brand is when you enter a room, whether you walk, you roll, you use crutches, canes, someone else helps you. When you enter a room, people see you and your style and leave everything else behind. Because that's what we want. At the end of the day, I definitely think we all want the same thing. We all want to look our best, look good and feel good, and we perform better. And if anyone's old enough, like myself, remember the term in the 80s and 90s, the power suit? That term was there for a reason, because you felt powerful and confident. And that's what we want, just big and bold. We also have a solid white. You probably think I was wearing solid white, but I wasn't. This is also fun. This is 100% rayon. Super soft to the touch. It's black with red dots. So much fun. And we have two new ones that may go into production. I wanted to get some feedback. Not that one. It's black with the tan plaid, just as our new mask. So it's color blocking. We also have black with white dots inside the collar and then the cuffs. And for the Oxfords, we have white Oxford, long sleeve, and blue Oxford. So we went with those because, excuse me, they were originally designed for men, but we have so many women buying them because they love the style, they love the look, they love the shirt. So we will branch out into different men's offerings and into pants and skirts and things. That's what we have today. And so I am open. I'd love to hear, excuse me, your comments for everyone on the call. And yes, we love tips. Bring feedback, people. Thanks, Angela. Thanks, Smith.
I like the variety of the shirts because I was just thinking, one of the things that I teach my students when I teach personal styling is that, did you know that there are like 3 items that are the hardest to find, because usually what you find is in the shop is like sort of like a small percentage of people, and one of the 3 things is the shirt, because it's so hard to find a shirt. Either it's too rigid, or it's too tight, or it's too loose, or the shoulders don't fit, or boobs don't fit. I mean, and it's one of the hardest. So the fact that you're so specialist in shirts, I think this is like a prize for everybody. It's not just at your saying. While you're both talking, I'm actually learning so much as well about all the specific needs, and I find so many common points with all my other clients that come. We all have something that we should like to show or camouflage with our body. And for example, the shirt that you showed with that, it's like that has the color block, like the print and the black and the print. That's like in image consulting that shows the rule of because it's asymmetrical, you know, you don't have this symmetry, so it helps disguising the eye. So if you're looking like to, you know, drive attention to somewhere else, asymmetries like that one can for sure help. And I love the colors. I think, I mean, there's so much that you can do with the colors. And I'm in love with the one in the red dot. I told you, I think that's your red, right?
Thank you. Yes.
And well, if any of you has, there are some questions. Let me just.
Great.
We had a comment from the start. It says, "Hi Nancy from Mindy. I've been doing lots of Zoom calls and making masks. I'm sorry I got a little bit late to read the message, but that's from Mindy." And Deborah says, "I'm Debbie Knoll from Colorado. I do have some comments, but would prefer to say them more privately. If someone wants to follow up with me, I can be reached at." So, of course, I think we'll take note of this, and then Samantha and Nancy will follow up. Ellen says, "Nice to listen to you all. I'm Ellen from London. What advice can you give a recent fashion graduate who specializes in adaptive wear?" Thank you. Oh, that's so nice to hear. That's very nice. Deborah says, "Can I get offline in a few moments because I have another meeting? Thank you for the sincerity in language and closing concerns. I look forward to another call." Well, thank you, Deborah. I'm sure we'll be setting another one. So who wants to answer to Ellen, who asked, what advice can you give a recent fashion graduate who specializes in adaptive wear?
I think both of us can. Sam, do you want to start?
Hi, Ellen. You are in London. Yeah? Are you in London? Yeah. Yeah. We should meet for a cup of tea and and then we can go through that. I would say is a new market, is something that, but I think we're in the point now that people are becoming more aware, and basically also because I think the COVID-19 is going to make this whole situation quicker right now, because people understand that, you know, we need to, they are at home, they need to think in the comfort, to put the things quick, remove, and I think the adaptive, universal, comfortable type of clothes is going to be more on trend now than was a few years ago. I would say, girl, start. You know, you don't know anything until you start, and you start to see the pain and gain as you start something. Our platform is Samanta Bullock Shop. We are here to help. So if you want some one-to-one advice and see how we can do something together, I'm very happy to have you on board. The idea of Samanta Bullock, I didn't do the own thing, because it was the idea to put the seeds in different hearts, different designers, and standard designers and brands, and make them think universally inclusive. And start to few brands that they didn't have one single piece that was inclusive. So now we are getting them to inside of the platform, and after they are here with us, like, okay, as you're doing sustainability, one of the pillars of sustainability is to be inclusive, is inclusion. So let's make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces from your whole collection, and then we design this with them, give the consultants to them, or just exchange some ideas. If they don't want us to sign something, they can sign themselves. But the important thing is the designers, they need to make something. That is the important thing. So when you come to the platform, you can find something from shirts, simple to wear, beautiful, colorful, or to pants, to bikinis, to jewelry. One of these here, for example, this here is made, I'm not seeing my screen is made from coffee. So this is grounded coffee that we put together, we press together and become kind of this laminate wood. And this one here is the inclusive one. So all these are the minorities. Yeah, so we put the minorities together and there became this nice earring. So we have from clothes to accessories. So I think the important is to start.
I would like to echo that, and congratulations, and so happy to have another person working on adaptive clothing. And that's great. The first step is the hardest step. Just take that step and do your research. Talk to people. Samantha could be a fantastic resource if you're both in London. But definitely do your research because there are different needs, requirements, sensory issues, right? And you may think of a design, your first design, by the time you're finished, it could be the 5th or 6th iteration. And just know that that's okay, that happens everywhere, right? So we don't know what we don't know. I'm still learning. I love this. I'm learning every day. I'm grateful for these calls and questions. So please ask your questions, reach out to us. That's what this is about, is building community, helping each other together, empowering each other. And you never know what kind of collaboration is going to start. I mean, look where we are today. It's amazing. So take your first step.
One of the things here as well is we are thinking about to create this community. So if you want to be in touch, just leave your email and we can see how we can connect each other. And then after we can chat and see. I mean, like, life is a big puzzle, yeah? You know, one piece here, another piece there, another piece over there, and you never know. Once you start put the puzzles together, just the things start to make sense. That's before you know, and there someone comes to you is like, oh, but this is so easy for you. It's like, it's not that it's easy for me, but I have so, unfortunately, the experience, you know, of knowing so many people, and you start like, oh, this one comes here, this one goes there, this one, and it's just, it becomes simple and easier. But it's all about this. We are puzzled and we are getting together. So we are going to make this community. If you want to be part of that, just leave your email or something, and there we can see how it's going to, how we're going to work with that. Any more questions there? I think
there's a comment. Thank you
for Carrie, yeah?
for bringing more attention to adaptive apparel. We have made, yes, great strides, but I have a lot more work to do. I'm an academic researcher focusing on people living with disability and the social barriers they face with clothing. I'm personally so glad to read. I'm interested in collaborating with brands and others on research in this area. So, Kerry, if you want, I would say if you want to leave your, we should have your email because you're registered, but if you want to leave your email in the chat, then we will all get back to you and see what we can do. And if I can answer to,
could I jump in? May I jump in before you move on? So Carrie, thank you for being here. Carrie and I have collaborated on something as well. So Carrie and I met on Instagram a few years ago, and we did a panel discussion here in Philadelphia at Moore College of Art last October. So Carrie has been doing wonderful work. She just got her PhD. Go Carrie. A lot of wonderful research in adaptive clothing and a great resource. So yes, Carrie, thank you for that. We appreciate you. And yes, there are lots of very, very strong colleagues here. Caitlin from Be More Adaptive, Barbara, also in adaptive clothing, all of our friends here. So thank you for your comments and being here. So sorry about that, Angela. I just wanted to point out.
That's okay. I'm new here, so it's fine. Well, I will be then linking to what you said, Nancy. because one of the things that I didn't say and that Samantha knows I told her, but I didn't tell you, Nancy. A few days ago, I was confirmed as coordinating the fashion and luxury culture department at the private business school I work for. And one of the pillars of all the activities that we're going to carry out is inclusion. So we're going to have authenticity, of course. We're going to have sustainability. We're going to have inclusion as one of the three pillars, and I'm personally very proud about that because that's a theme that I was obviously interested in bringing in an environment that was not meant to. I mean, this business school was not born for fashion; it was born for business. And one of the short courses is about fashion, but it's fashion management, of course. And when they told me that they accepted the idea of, getting deeper into inclusion, that was quite a goal that I did. So I'm going to share this with you, and I'm sure we will need to do lots of research about that. And so that's a very, I think that's also very national for Italy as it is now, what is for they're doing now. And then I would add something on the collection because I was thinking there are so many beautiful things that you're selling and you're offering, and there's I like the idea about bringing, let's say, how would you call them, like traditional designers that are willing to adapt some things or maybe create something new. And this is really inclusive. I mean, the fact that you don't have to think, I don't know how to express that, but you don't have to think about something different. You need to rethink things that already exist. And I was watching a movie yesterday with my daughter, she's 4, and one of the characters is a doll with 3 eyes, and of course, he's wearing a pair of glasses, 3 glasses, no? Glasses with three lenses. So yes, okay, and I think our children are growing with more awareness about this, and they feel like like differences are normal instead of, or maybe we grew up with differences to be hidden, which is so. Oh, I'm sorry. I leave you for 2 seconds because somebody is ringing, and I think some people forgot the keys. So,
one of the things I would say, getting what Angela just said, it's what is our perception of what is beautiful as well. I think this comes to the norm, that is the normal or standard, that is the things that we always see, what we see on magazines, what we see in the media, what, this becomes the norm. So it doesn't matter if you have 3 eyes, or, or if you have thin legs, or if you have wrinkles, or whatever. It's some things that we are not to consider beautiful, but it's not beautiful because we don't see enough. So one of the things that we work very hard is this kind of the things that is representation. That is, why brands are doing adaptive clothes, they are not doing. Also because they don't see the disabled people as a customer, but basically they don't see the disabled people around, because life is so hard for us. I'm going to say for myself, I'm very privileged, but it's to get the bus, to get, sometimes if I'm with someone in a wheelchair, there's only one person per bus. It's, you need to plan everything ahead very well, and if you have accessible toilets, where you are going, if it has ramp. I'm not going to be, it's just, it's a lot to take in, So it's hard for people to get out, and normally we are in a permanent quarantine, is why also we created the WhatsApp group that was to help each other, because, a lot of people in wheelchairs and with disability have a lot of type of mental illness as, you know, anxiety, depression, and everything, because you aren't parenting all the time. So if you want some experience or someone to give advice on resilience or anything for your parenting, you can call someone that is able and they're going to teach you. But I mean, as society is not prepared to be, is not adapted, we don't see enough, and as you don't see, people think we don't exist, as we have in our mind, you know, to seem to exist, you need to be seen. So, but you open a magazine, you are not there. You turn on the television, you are not there. No one like you. And this kind of beauty, as we were talking, it's something that is made from the lack of representation. And I know I'm almost 30 years in a wheelchair now, and for me it was kind of very hard. I was a model before my accident, to see my legs become very thin and how my body was changing, and you know, and that thing was just bothering me so much. And it's like, oh, now it's not beautiful anymore, and it's just like, but who is going to say what's beautiful? To have thin legs is beautiful or not? Like, yeah, but I don't see legs like mine, you know, and it's not that, it's, so I think the representation is one of the key things, but to empower disabled people to go out is not only the adaptation, the physical thing, is the adaptation of the clothes, is the adaptation of everything that is going to boost their confidence to go out and try to reach, you know, it's every single day is to be in line. You just need to go there, and you don't know what you're going to face, because another day I was like 30 minutes waiting, and it was snowing outside. I was just freezing, and then there came a bus and had a wheelchair there. They said like, oh, sorry, you need to get the other one. Means that I need to wait more 30 minutes on the snow side. And you just like, you breathe and you build your resilience on that. You're just like, okay, more 30 minutes here. Okay, soon I'm home. Soon I'm going to have a cup of tea. But it's just every single day you don't know what to face. So the clothes, the representation of the fashion industry is not only the comfortable, the empowerment, but also to give a voice for us. It's 1 billion, you know, people. It's almost 20 that doesn't have a voice, that has been always ignored. And I think this group, and more people that they are doing, I say thank you so much to be here with us. And I think it's not our voice, like 3 voices that are the people who are talking here today, but I think we need to get together and make a change. And I know that we are in the flip of the thing, you know, now it's more people talking, and the things are coming slowly. But I'm a wheelchair user, and I'm like, okay, it's coming slowly, but it never comes strong enough, you know. We need like action, something that really comes and change, because it's you know, I don't know. We need, I know that if you guys are here, you probably agree with me, but we need something stronger. And if I'm a small dog barking in the corner of the room on my own, no one listen to, you know. I'm afraid someone is going to come and kick me out instead of stop listening, because I'm like that little dog, that chihuahua in the room, that's just making the noise, but it doesn't have a voice to make something strong. And we are kind of fighting against the industry that, you know, the convention of the industry that has a lot of money and so many years of tradition and everything. So it's like how we can become something that they can listen to us. So we need to have so many chihuahuas, the little dogs together to have a voice that people are going to listen. So thank you so much for all of you from the bottom of my heart to be here, to be listening, to be involved, for each one something doing, someone here, someone there. But I really believe that we can make a change if you are together. And okay, I'm done. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with Samantha. I mean, I think if we are able to cooperate, not just as like within the group, but between groups, then that's going to be easier. And one of the things that I believe is that in fashion companies, there should be more designers that personally know the situation. I mean, I'm thinking also by myself, I cannot think of myself know all the solutions because I don't live the same situation as some probably of my clients or yours, Samantha, or yours, Nancy. So I think it should be a great opportunity of cooperation. Because if we think of this as a separated niche, it's always going to be something different. You know, it's not going to be like part of the, okay, you're taller, you're shorter, you're fuller, you're skinnier, you have one leg, you're on a wheelchair, you have a stick. I mean, I think that's how I see everything. And so just like one of the things that you can buy, you're pregnant, you're not. So if you're pregnant, you go and buy the thing for pregnant ladies. If you're not, you go to another rack. And that's how I think it should be. And I believe because there are so many people with disabilities that fashion industries can really, I mean, they would not be working on a niche, they would be working on a real huge market. So there's all for them to get. And so I don't know if you wanted to add something, or I can uncover some of the styling tips that I had ready for you.
Yes, please.
So I was just thinking after looking at all the pieces that you showed, and there's much more on the shop. I thought, okay, now when you saw this, and you probably want to buy one piece of everything, and maybe you cannot, because it would be easier to get in the shop and say, okay, I want everything, just one piece of everything in my size, and that's it. But usually you need to select, and so personal styling techniques help you be more selective and help you buy more efficiently and buy the right things. So what I'm going to share with you today are a couple of tricks that are focused on this part in order to empower this part, because usually your face is the first thing that everybody looks at. It's the part of your body that you use to communicate. Is when you look at yourself in the mirror, you look at your face. Then probably you look also at the things that you like less. But your face is one of the main parts, and that's why this part here is called the power B. Because if you know how to manage it, then everything else comes easier. And let me tell you this thing, all the, let's say, rules that you need to know, and that of course ones that you can break, but just we need a starting point. So I think this is good to know. Are written on your face, because from your face depend the type of print that you're going to choose, the type of colors that you're going to choose, the type of neckline that you're going to choose, your hairstyle, your glasses. So everything depends on this. And one of the most powerful things I would like to start from is color, because it is proved by neuromarketing. I mean, I'm not saying it myself, even if I can tell you that I tested it myself, but it's proof that color is the first thing that you see. Imagine two apples. You have you go to the supermarket and you have a red apple, and then you have like a rotten apple. Which one would you buy? The red one. Because you select by colors. So color is like a survival tool. and you instantly select objects, people, situations, events by colors. And so colors have more meanings, but they all can have like negative and positive meanings, depending on the situation they are used. Of course, they can be more positive or negative, but all colors can be worn. All colors are good to wear. You just need to know in what situation and what you want to communicate. And I want to show you this this little, because I think it's easier if you see pictures. I wanted to share this with you. Let me see, okay, let me, tell me if you see what I see. Do you see this chart with all the images?
Yeah.
Okay, so this shows that basically depending on our skin tone, there are some colors that work better on us and some others that, let's say, work worse. And we just need to understand how to use them. So there are people that have warmer skin tones and people with cooler skin tones. And how do you understand that? Well, you could get a personal color analysis, but if you're locked at home and you need to, cope with it on your own, then basically there are some details that you can look at. Like warmer undertone, their skin is more like peach rose, more orange rose, let's say. And lips are more like this kind of pink. While if you have a cool undertone, your lips are more like pink purple, and your skin is more like, let's say, bluish. So it's like a pink blue. I don't know. It's almost see-through, or it can be very, very dark. Okay. Even I'm sorry, I don't have darker skin pictures, but that's the same thing. I mean, it's the same rule. We can have warmer skin tones or cooler skin tones, and we can look better with brighter colors or lighter colors. I will show you the difference. For example, these are ladies that look better in cooler tone and brighter tones. They look better in cooler tones but a little bit more muted, warmer tones that are a little bit more muted, and brighter, and warmer tones that are a little bit more muted. What I wanted to show you though, because picture is one thing, but then when can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to show you how it works in reality, because picture is one thing and reality is usually another. So I wanted to involve you in this little test. If you can tell me what are the group of colors I look best in. So I would call this group 1, and I will call this group 2. So imagine I need to choose something that complements my skin tone and that completes me. Like, this is my frame and it needs to be complete. Okay, so what is the group that looks better? This one or this one?
The first one.
The first one, yes. Because they complete me. I can wear less makeup, they would still work. With these, I need to add some makeup or add some accessories to make it work with my skin tone. Same thing, if I need to go for example, more muted colors or brighter colors.
Nude. Oh, I think the first.
I say bright.
You say bright.
A little bit brighter, but they don't have to be too bright nor too muted. So for example, in this case, I need to find like a midway.
A balance, yeah.
And then this one, like these are cooler tones and these are warmer tones.
Oh, I don't think I'm good at that.
No, it's not easy. And we're working on the screen, so it's not easy. But my undertone is cool. So these are the colors that look better on me, that complement my skin better. But let's say that I find something that I really like in one of these colors. I can either decide to leave it there because it's harder for me to find combinations at home, because of course if it doesn't work, then probably I will have less combinations to do at home. Or I can decide to buy something and then combine it with cooler colors. Let's say that I buy, I don't know, orange, but I combine it with some red or some like bright blue. And of course it's a game of balance and quantity, but the rule help us to be more, quicker, more selective, and go right to the right rank. But of course, once we know the rule, we know how to play. So, and Samantha, I think you know that better. But I mean, it's just a way to be quicker when we need to be, more decisive. And so colors are really important because also they're vibrations. So if we know how to select colors that look good on us and that help us feel better, because let's say that I look good in fuchsia, okay, I like it and it makes me feel good. But sometimes I don't feel like wearing fuchsia because it gives me too much energy. Let's say today I had so many events going on and so many good news. After this call, I need to take off my red things because there's too much energy. I need to, calm down a little bit. So probably I'm going to wear something green or something in my palette, of course. So it has to be like a cold green, or maybe something more, let's say like in a taupe color, some more natural color, or maybe something like pink or light blue. It doesn't really look good on me, but I need to go for something that looks good on me, but also emotionally helps me, and that's the reason why when I feel a little bit sad or overwhelmed, I tend to wear, if I feel sad, I don't wear black because that would not help me. I would wear something in color. But when I'm in one of those phases where I'm like, I have so many things to do, there's so much going on, and I feel like wearing black because that's, the collection of all colors. So it's like the collection of all emotions. And that for me is the color that helps me, it's like the chaos before, like tidying up before the light. So that works for me in that sense. But for example, wearing black when you're sad or when you feel, a little bit more, not really like the party animal, then that really doesn't help, because black is the color of chaos. It's also the color of darkness, of mystery. So it does have some, let's say, more positive meanings, but it also has some negative meanings that might not help in, let's say, more critical situations. And because time is running, I wanted to share with you another tip. And obviously these rules are for clothing, for accessories, for makeup, for your car, okay? Because if you are surrounded by the colors that work for you, it's much easier, much easier. I'll show you something else. I wanted to show you these numbers. Because if we feel that we don't deserve to take care of ourselves, we leave out a lot. Of course, fashion is not like the first thing in the morning we think about, but it can be a tool that we can use to feel empowered. And makeup, it's the same thing. It's a tool that we have. And look at these numbers. With no makeup and with makeup, being it natural or more glamorous. It's not just that you look more beautiful, which can, it might be one of your goals, but maybe not your main goal. Maybe you want to be perceived as smarter rather than beautiful or capable of doing things. Makeup is also a mean that tells these things about you: how competent you are, how reliable, how trustworthy you are. So it's not just about beauty. And I wanted to show you this because if we know what is the shape of our face, it is easier, for example, to choose the right hairstyle, to choose the right shape of glasses, and to choose the neckline. Because of course, if we want to elongate our neck, we want to keep it a little bit more free here. If we want to, I'll give you like a second to see all the shapes, and I will be back to you. So basically, you see there are so many options. Do you see me now? Okay, I think I'm back.
Yeah.
So why is it important to know your face shape? Because if you don't know what neckline, for example, to choose, or how much you want to open your shirt, it's a matter of proportions. So the best neckline for every face is the one that follows your face shape here, for example. So it can be more pointy, it can be more rounded, everything depends on your face shape. And if you want to learn how deep your cleavage should be, then you can, instead of just going in front of the mirror and do this all the time because you can't find the right, the right size, then you just go with this. You take this distance from your nose to your chin, and then you go from your chin to until it arrives, basically. So one balance point can be this one, and the other one is from the attachment of your hair and until your chin, and then from your chin to your chest, sorry. and for example, that can be a way to choose the right necklace or the right, the right neckline, the right how much you would like to open your shirt or your cardigan, whatever. So everything depends on your face. There is so much more that I could say, but I think that it's already an hour and a half that we're talking. I can't believe that. I've been waiting for this talk for like ever. So I'm so glad. And these are like really like simple tips that can help you be more selective and also consider things that you would not have considered before, especially with color. Here in Italy, they all go first for black, white, beige, some gray, sometimes some brown. And if there's like a Pantone color that is like in trend, everybody goes for that. But people who are more aware about their colors, they leave those things out and just go directly to other colors, and they think about other, color solutions. Today I'm wearing, like, because you also showed what you were wearing, so I want to show what I am wearing. I felt left out. So I'm wearing like this blazer that has many colors and like this mint green and red and some yellow that it's not in my palette, but because I have some cool red that it works. Well, I'm telling to myself that it works. Then I have this red top, and I'm wearing like a pair of pants that is in color blue china. So I'm wearing all cool colors, bright colors. All these colors are in my palette. It would not.
What is a blue china?
Blue china is like, I'll show you. It's like this.
Okay.
I mean, I know the color can be a little bit. And by the way, I have like I told you this. I have like 170 shades I work with when I do color analysis. So I'm just saying, maybe it's not like the most common color combination, but you can do that if you know what are the colors that look best on you, and that can be lots of fun. And it can be you can play a lot with your wardrobe. You can buy less and better because you can actually combine all the pieces. So this is what I wanted to share with you, and I hope it was useful. I hope you'll be able to use the tips. And I mean, whatever questions you have, we're still here.
I think once we do the group with the emails, we can send these pictures that you showed now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be willing to, yeah. Nice. Very nice. Yeah. And I think we need to meet again. It's like you said, it's 1 hour and a half. It's supposed to be like 1 hour, and I think we're going to be talking here for 3 hours. But I think we can just book another day and see what is, and maybe have more people to talk. If once we do the group, we can join again and there show the face, put name to the face, and everybody can talk, and we can have this community with a louder.
Yeah, there's another message. There are 3 more messages. Need more disability representation in media, so mainstream folks can start to relate and see disability as normal, just as they began to see different races as normal or different sexual preferences as normal. I agree. And then Mariana says, thank you so much for everything shared during this call. Everything has been really inspiring. Thank you. And Ellen says, this has been brilliant. Thanks for hosting. And Cheryl says, thank you everyone. It was a wonderful discussion. Well, personally, I think I have to thank you because I've learned a lot and I've got so many ideas. So hopefully we'll be able to meet in person one day. Who knows what's going to come next.
I also wanted to just jump in. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Angela, Samantha. Thank you to everyone for participating in this conversation. This is how change happens. And I think it's a great start. I agree. I think we have more conversations, more calls. There's so much to discuss. I think all of our minds are, well, I don't want to speak for you. My mind is racing with ideas and opportunities. And just reiterating that we'll be in touch with everyone through email and build our community, because it takes a village, right? We could have the best resources, but if someone doesn't know, it doesn't help. So we are on our way. Thank you, everyone.
We have some more comments during the conversation. Claire says, hello, I'm Claire from the Philippines. I really like when you said that through inclusive clothing, we help people gain more confidence and empower them. Like Angela, I don't have a disability, but it's very interested to help. I'm very interested to help. I like to make adapted clothing for children. And where might be a good place to start? What are the usual considerations in making adapted clothing for children? I think you can, or even Barbara can also have an idea about this.
Yeah, well, for me personally, I'll just jump in. I don't make children's clothing yet. I see that in the future, but I would reach out to folks. I would, reach out to someone who in the community, maybe there's a disability community. For example, in Philadelphia, we have multiple communities, and one of our guests, Leche, commented that they are working with Disability Pride Philadelphia. I'm also connected with them. So in each city, there should be a group, and maybe even a children's hospital, find out what the needs are and design around that. And again, it's going to take several iterations, but yeah, that's where I want to start. Samantha or
Barbara.
Maybe I should. Anna, you should unmute Barbara.
You can unmute
okay.
Microphone, Barbara, if you like. Can you see your microphone there in your camera? If you just touch that, you can open and then you can talk. No?
No, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Would you like to type in the chat?
I mean, if she's on the telephone, probably it's hard. We can't hear you, but we can. We can put you in contact with Barbara. And yeah,
that would be great.
As a SB, we are trying to launch the kids collection next year. To have more brands that are doing the kids as well. So once you start to do that, you're welcome to come here and use us as a platform.
I think there's another comment. Hey ladies, Lucky here. I'm a blind nominated recording artist, actress, who's worked with major labels and remains super fashion focused. I'm wrapped by a prominent alternative culture PR firm and attend many events like Grammys, ADE. The American Disabilities Act anniversary coming in June and July, many high disability events will be happening that I will perform at. Disability Pride Parade, sponsored by City of Philadelphia. Disability Unite, partners with Google. I would love to collaborate with some of your brands to model, display your adaptive, inclusive, fashion-forward clothing to these audiences during my performances. And she left her contacts. So I think this is a great opportunity.
Send me a message on a DM on Instagram, and you're all. We're on board. Come.
Yeah, that's great, and that's the person I was referring to, who I work with, Disability Pride Philadelphia. So it's great that all of us can build this global community. I mean, it's amazing, right? Yay!
Yeah.
Good. So, if there are any other questions, if not, we'll make sure that we'll set another to unlock microphone. Oh, okay. You're getting some indication how to unlock your microphone. To unlock microphone, click your photo and then microphone icon.
It's fine. We can put that.
You'll get in touch directly. I think you have lots to talk about. If there aren't any other questions, maybe we can say goodbye to everybody, and we'll take notes of all of you who want to be part of the community, and we'll be continuing sharing ideas, experiences, achievements, fashion, and we're going to, I think it's really, I'm looking forward to see what's happening next. Thank you, everybody, because we've been able to really collab the whole world. There are people from every country. This is really amazing.
Love it.
Thank you so much. I learned a lot from you with a smile. And okay, so Samantha, did you want to add something?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, and let's keep in contact. Yeah, and let's try to figure out another day or another date for us to meet up again. It was lovely to be here with you guys. Thank you so much for this opportunity, for you girls. Angela, the first time I met, I would say all of you, just Barbara. Talk to you later on in the group. Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks for everything. Love your welcoming today. So professional, as always. I'm going to tell you one thing about Nancy. She is so professional, as you guys don't have idea how much effort goes to build every single shirt beforehand. She comes to me, it's like, Sam, how are you doing? Black and lavender and blue, long, short. It's just like all the research that goes behind of everything piece that she puts on, that she makes. It's just unbelievable. I love to work with you, to have you as a partner, but also as a friend. Love our shots. Thanks so much for put this together, and all of you have a lovely weekend. Looking forward to talk to you soon again.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. You've made me cry, Samantha. Thank you, everyone. You're amazing.
Goodbye.
Bye.